introducing our reserve and champion heifers for tonight. First off, we are going to start off with a post-beef member herself, Hunter Royer, who was honored to be crowned second runner-up in our Miss Tippecanoe pageant, where each contestant had to give a 1-minute speech, and she chose to give hers about 4-H. So she has been asked to share her speech with us tonight.
Hi guys, like she said, my speech is about 4-H, and I think a lot of people forget that this isn't just some county fair livestock show. We're here for 4-H. 4-H has brought us all together. It's a big important part of my life, so I'm going to give my speech to you guys. So, head, heart, hands, health. I was recently asked what the most important H in the 4-H slogan was, and to me, health is the foundation of the other 3 H's. My healthy head has allowed me the capacity to balance my responsibilities, especially caring for my 4-H animals. My strong mental health has enabled me to become an effective communicator to younger 4-H members during my time in Tippecanoe 4-H. My heart beats strong for the love of this county. I mean, it is founded on the memories, life lessons, and experiences I have gained at this fair. From goals accomplished to legacies upheld, to friends lost too soon, to new friends made, I am certain that my time spent here has left a lasting impact on my heart. My hands have been put to use in serving my county. I mean, the foundation of 4-H is service. Without the passion of service instilled in me, I would not have the devotion for this community that I have today. Now, if I could add a 5th H, it would be home. My time spent going to school out of state has made me realize there's truly no place like home. While I plan to continue my education out west, I can't wait to return and apply the 4-H's my roots run so deep in Tippecanoe County. Thank you, guys.
Our first award of the evening is a unique award for this year, and our judge Bob May has agreed to present it. So can we please have Christian and Morgan please come to the ring?
So they've asked me to make a little presentation tonight, and I'm proud to do so. But just so everyone's aware, you know, Christian is the one that contacted me. I think you were the first one about coming here on July 25th of this summer and be honored enough to do the task at hand today. But anyway, it was brought to my attention that Christian revolved his whole wedding date around this show. So I think that deserves a big round of applause in itself. I don't know this couple personally. Just got to had the pleasure of meeting Christian, and Morgan seems very nervous to me. I don't know what that's all about, but at any rate, I got married, I think, 32 years ago, and now there's kids and grandkids, and God's blessing to both of you, and wish the best for you.
our next award, the Tippecanoe Cattlemen's Association is pleased to announce the winner of the 2023 Lifetime Achievement Award this evening. This award recognizes someone who had distinguished themselves in their devotion, passion, and accomplishments in the beef cattle industry. This individual was born and raised in Battleground. His family got their first registered Herefords in 1942. As a youth in the 1940s and 50s, he showed his Hereford cattle to the Grand Champion level at both the Tippecanoe County and Indiana State Fair. From there, he developed his herd to national prominence, going on to raise numerous national champions, and became a recognized breeder, judge, leader, and mentor to many in the Hereford breed and beef industry. In 2022, he was inducted into the Indiana Livestock Breeders Hall of Fame. The 2023 Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Mr. Ted Hunt. Please give him a round of applause. Some history and pictures of Mr. Hunt's accomplishments can be found towards the entrance to the beef barn, which we encourage you to visit sometime this week.
We are going to get them another.
Our next award that we will be handing out is the Bill DeFreeze Hard Worker Award. This award goes to a first-year member, which is sponsored by the DeFreeze family, and this year actually goes to two first-year members, Austin and Caden Cornell. The next award is our Rate of Gain Award, which is sponsored by Matt and Lindsay Kaiser. This year, with a steer gaining 3.68 pounds a day, the Rate of Gain winner goes to Allie Moore. Our next award is the Beef Achievement Award, which is given for exceptional achievement throughout a 4-H'er's 4-H career. This award is sponsored by Richard Harlow and goes to Mark Inskeep. We would next like to recognize our showmanship winners from earlier in the day. First up, we have our champion beginner showman, Brody Martin. His award is sponsored in memory of Julie Balk. Our champion junior showman is Sawyer Canoe, and her award is sponsored by David and Jordan Downham. Our champion intermediate showman goes to Kaylin Martin. Her award is sponsored by the Grogan and Martin families. Our champion senior showman is Caitlin Miller, and her award is sponsored by the Ben DeFreeze family. And our grand champion showman that will represent the Beef Barn Thursday night in the Supreme Showmanship Contest is Kaylin Martin. Her award is sponsored by Butler Meat Processing. Next, we will be recognizing the Cattlemen's Completion Awards and Scholarships. This is for senior beef members that have completed 6 or more years in beef. All of the awards tonight are going to be presented by Tippecanoe Cattlemen's officers. First up, Brock DeFries. He is receiving his scholarship from Jeff Storms, who is on the board of directors. Addie Garrett. She is receiving her scholarship from Shale Royer, who is also on the board of directors. Mark Inskeep is receiving his scholarship from Tracy Inskeep, who is the vice president of the Tippecanoe Cattlemen's Association. Casey Kruger is receiving his scholarship from Mark Gregory, who is the treasurer. Caitlin Miller is receiving her scholarship from Carl Martin, who is the president. Blake Smith is receiving his scholarship from Brandy Beck, the secretary. Landon Waltz is receiving his scholarship from Shale Royer, board of directors. And Abby Fields is receiving her scholarship from Josh Cox on the board of directors. The next award that we will be handing out is for the Outstanding Junior Herdsman, which is sponsored by the Tippecanoe Cattlemen's, presented by Josh Cox, Greg Johnson, and Sandy Weaver. Our recipient for the Outstanding Junior Herdsman is Abby Field. Abby always has a smile on her face. She is encouraging and kind to people who are down on their luck. Her work ethic is tremendous. She never complains. She is a sponge that wants to learn as much as possible relating to cattle production. Abby attended Grand School of Cattlemen and Women in Garnett, Kansas this summer, where she was provided valuable training in pregnancy testing, calf delivery, fertility testing, nutrition, and herd health. She has been a valuable team member and junior herdsman of Wildcat Valley Farms, where she helps in the daily care of a 150 head beef herd, assisting in calf delivery, embryo transfer, heat detection, and maintaining herd health. One of her first days on the job, Abby was tasked with getting an unruly cow into the corral. It was muddy, and as the cow tried to get around her, her boots got stuck in the mud, and she walked completely out of her boots, chasing the cow down through the mud in her stocking feet, not allowing the cow to get by. All of this with a joyful smile on her face. Though you may not see her name on the Grand Champion board in the cattle barn, Abby Field will be a tremendous asset to the cattle community in the future. Abby credits Sandy Weaver, Greg Johnson, and Josh Cox in helping her through her 4-H career, and hopes to return the favor by sharing her knowledge with others. Congratulations, Abby. Before we begin our Grand Heifer Drive, I would like to recognize some royalty that is here with us tonight. First, Miss Tippecanoe County 2023, Lily Larson. Our second runner-up, Hunter Royer. Third runner-up, Emma Townsend. And Miss Congeniality, Abby Fitzmaurice. We also have some of our Little Miss and Mr. contestants here. Little Miss Tippecanoe, Charlotte Hirdink. First runner-up, Scarlett Kemper. And second runner-up, Adeline Ramey. Little Mr. Tippecanoe, Everett Linson. First runner-up, Jack Gilbert. And second runner-up, Gavin Garrison.
Those are all.
I would like to introduce our judge for tonight, Mr. Bob May. He is from Mineral Point, Wisconsin, where with his family, they own and operate May Cattle Company for the last 50 years. They specialize in steers and heifers of all breeds, and he is honored to be here today. And we are honored that you have joined us today, Mr. May. Everyone, please give Bob a round of applause. And we will start introducing our reserve champion heifers. First in the ring, our reserve Angus heifer, shown by Sawyer Canoe. She is the daughter of Amanda and Brad Canoe, and this is her second year in 4-H. She just completed 4th grade at Amelia Earhart Elementary, and her trophy is sponsored by Wildcat Valley Farms. The reserve champion belted Galloway heifer is shown by Abby Field. She is the daughter of Lori and Bill Field, and she just completed the 8th grade. This is her 8th year in 4-H, and she just completed her senior year being homeschooled. Her trophy is sponsored by David and Jordan Downham. The reserve champion Charlotte Composite heifer is shown by Caitlin Miller. She is the daughter of Scott and Amber Miller, and this is her 10th year in 4-H. She just completed her senior year at McCutcheon High School, and her banner is sponsored by the Tippecanoe Cattlemen's Association. The reserve champion Key heifer is shown by Caden Peters. He is the son of Jesse and Destiny Peters, and this is his 5th year in 4-H. He just finished the 7th grade at Wainwright Middle School, and his banner is sponsored by Charles and Teresa Shelby family. The reserve champion Hereford heifer is shown by Clayton Moore. He is the son of Eric and Susan Moore, and this is his 3rd year in 4-H. He just completed the 5th grade at Cole Elementary, and his banner is sponsored by the George Seatsma family. The reserve champion maintainer heifer is shown by Jet Beck. He is the son of Marcus and Brandy Beck, and this is his 5th year in 4-H. He just completed the 7th grade at Wainwright Middle School, and his banner is sponsored by Wendy's. The reserve champion Red Angus heifer is shown by Wyatt Cornell. He is the son of Katie and Mark Cornell, and this is his 4th year in 4-H. He just completed the 6th grade at North Montgomery, and his trophy is sponsored by the Tippecanoe Cattlemen's Association. The reserve champion Shorthorn heifer is shown by Austin Cornell. He is the son of Katie and Mark Cornell, and this is his 1st year in 4-H. He just finished the 3rd grade at Pleasant Hill Elementary, and his banner is sponsored by Bill and Katie Price. The reserve champion Shorthorn Plus heifer is shown by Sawyer Canoe. She's the daughter of Brad and Amanda Canoe, and this is her 2nd year in 4-H. She has finished the 4th grade at Amelia Earhart Elementary, and her banner is sponsored by the Martin family. The reserve champion Simmental heifer is shown by Kylie Cox. She is the daughter of Josh and Suzanne Cox, and this is her 8th year in 4-H. She just finished the 10th grade at her home school, and her banner is sponsored by the Gamble Family Farms. The reserve champion Sim Solution heifer is shown by Audrey Biddle. She is the daughter of Bryce and Kelly Biddle, and this is her 8th year in 4-H. She just finished her sophomore year at West Lafayette High School, and her banner is sponsored by Wildcat Valley Farms. The reserve champion AOB heifer is shown by Claire DeFries. She is the daughter of Ben and Ellen DeFries, and this is her 7th year in 4-H. She just completed her freshman year at McCutcheon High School, and her banner is sponsored by Martin Irrigation Company. And our reserve champion commercial heifer is shown by Sophie Royer. She is the daughter of Steve and Cassie Royer, and this is her 8th year in 4-H. She just finished her sophomore year at Central Catholic High School, and her trophy, or her banner, is sponsored by Wendy's. Let's give all of our reserve champion heifers a round of applause. We are now ready to introduce our champion breed heifers. First up in the ring is the champion Angus heifer, shown by Grace Klinkhammer. She is the daughter of Andy and Brenda Klinkhammer, and this is her 9th year in 4-H. She just finished her junior year of high school at Harrison, and her banner is sponsored by the Bud Storms Memorial. The champion Belta Galloway heifer is shown by Jillian Ayala. She is the daughter of Mark and Dawn Thompson, and this is her 8th year in 4-H. She just finished the 10th grade at Faith Christian School, and her banner is sponsored by David and Jordan Downham. The champion Charlotte Composite heifer is shown by Nolan Brown. He is the son of Andrew and Brooke Brown, and this is his 3rd year in 4-H. He just completed the 7th grade at Wheal Ridge Middle School, and his banner is sponsored by Josh and Sarah Martin and family. The champion Key heifer is shown by Grace Buck. She is the daughter of Jason and Janice Buck, and this is her 9th year in 4-H. She just finished her junior year at Harrison High School, and her banner is sponsored by Josh and Sarah Martin and family. The champion Hereford heifer is shown by Dylan Brown. He is the son of Chad and Jennifer Brown, and this is his 7th year in 4-H. He just finished his freshman year at Frontier, and his banner is sponsored by George Seatsma family. Champion Maine on Jew heifer is shown by Brody Martin. He is the son of Randy and Megan Martin, and this is his 1st year in 4-H. He just finished the 3rd grade at Otterburn Elementary, and his banner is sponsored by Dr. Jerry Preuss. Champion Maintainer heifer is shown by Brock Shelby. He is the son of Brian and Marianne Shelby, and this is his 2nd year in 4-H. He just finished the 4th grade at Mentani Elementary School, and his banner is sponsored by Steve Ryder Construction. The champion Red Angus heifer is shown by Caden Cornell. He's the son of Katie and Mark Cornell, and this is his first year in 4-H. He just finished the 3rd grade at Pleasant Hill Elementary, and his banner is sponsored by the Tippecanoe Cattlemen's Association. Champion Shorthorn heifer is shown by Mark Inskeep. He is the son of Dale and Tracy Inskeep, and this is his 10th year in 4-H. He just finished his senior year at McCutcheon High School, and his banner is sponsored by Fred Inskeep. The champion Shorthorn Plus heifer is also shown by Mark Inskeep. He's the son of Dale and Tracy Inskeep, and this is his 10th year in 4-H. He just finished his senior year at McCutcheon High School, and this banner is sponsored by Matt and Lindsay Kaiser. The champion Simmental heifer is shown by Annika Gregory. She is the daughter of Mark and Karina Gregory, and this is her 6th year in 4-H. She just finished the 8th grade at Battleground Middle School, and her banner is sponsored by Jason and Kendra Garrett and family. The champion Sim Solution heifer is shown by Brock DeFries. He is the son of Ben and Ellen DeFries, and this is his 10th year in 4-H. He just finished his senior year at McCutcheon High School, and his banner is sponsored by the Scott Miller family. Champion AOB heifer is shown by Emily Seaman. She is the daughter of Brad and Candy Dykstra and Don and Danelle Seaman. This is her first year in 4-H, and she just finished the 6th grade at North Montgomery Middle School. Her banner is sponsored by Martin Irrigation Company. Please give all of our champion heifers a round of applause. Tonight, our grand champion heifer will be receiving a banner in memory of Dr. Charles Mather and a chair sponsored by Steve and Cassie Royer and family. And we have one more heifer to recognize. I apologize. We have the champion commercial heifer shown by Kaylin Martin. She is the daughter of Randy and Megan Martin, and this is her 4th year in 4-H. She just finished the 6th grade at Otterburn Elementary, and her banner is sponsored by the DeFries family. Now we may give all of the champion heifers a round of applause.
So folks, I guess the first thing I'd say sitting out here and standing out here in front of all these heifers, and what a phenomenal crowd to come and watch these junior kids. And I've done this for 50 years, and I've never been on a county fairgrounds like this one. I've never seen a crowd of people like this at a county fair. I actually showed in this building with customers' cattle back when the old building was here, and I didn't even recognize the place. I thought maybe I pulled into the wrong place when I got here. But with that being said, this has been fun. This has been awesome fun for me. I told the young man Ian that was riding with me, I said, I don't know which heifer or steer I'm going to use tonight until I get to see them all back out here. And I still feel that way in terms of quality, just overall quality. And in some, I had to give up just a nickel's the structure to get them back out here. They were still high quality cattle, but I thought they were really good. I guess on a little different note beyond the cattle, I would just say, because I suppose some of you, or possibly some of you, may leave when the heifer deal is over. And I was never hooked on phonics. I don't know a lot of big words, so I'll just use my kind of old country boy words, I guess. And if I was just to grab one word that describes today and this whole day and tonight for me is that I'm thankful. I'm thankful on so many levels. I got to be thankful for my ring help, because I always go home and I forget to thank my ring help. So I've had the best ring help today that you could ever ask for. They stayed engaged all day long. They helped the kids out. So that part was great. I'm thankful that I got a call whenever it was from Christian about coming to do the show. I spend all my life on that side of the fence. I get to judge a show now and again. I don't figure it's my right, it's my privilege. Okay? Again, I'll restate, that's where I spend most of my life for the last 50 years, was on that side of the fence, being a competitor. While you guys were getting these cattle ready, I was laying in an air-conditioned room getting cooled off to come back here tonight. I know the effort that goes into this. I know the tension that goes into it, because that's all I've done for the last 50 years. I'm thankful, like I said, on so many levels, and you'll understand that here in just a second, in terms of, I'm thankful that when I pick my head up off a pillow every morning, I'm born in the United States of America. That's something I'm really thankful for. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful that I got to raise them. I'll get a little emotional here because this is my passion. This is what I love to do. My kids love doing it. Hopefully my grandkids will love doing it. I sure hope they do. That's my desire anyway. I'm thankful for all of that. I would just say, I don't know any of you here, but I'm thankful for every person involved that got these kids out here. I'm not talking about just these 14 or however many. I'm talking about every kid that come through here today. And as many times as I saw a kid not win his class or his division, there was disappointment. I'm all about disappointment, because if you're disappointed, you got skin in the game. Disappointment with attitude, I'm not much for that, but I saw none of that today. So that comes from within. That comes from out there. That's where that all comes from. So give yourself a hand for that and giving these kids an opportunity. I definitely don't want to give a sermon tonight, but I will just tell you that we're living in a time, and I'll bet you there's not very many people in this auditorium that disagree with me. Some maybe aren't as outspoken about it as I am, but we're living in a time where our kids are seeing stuff that I never saw growing up. There's a lot of outside influences. I'm not a preacher. I don't pretend to be one. But the fact that you got these kids in the barn where they belong, I applaud you for that, because there's a lot of stuff going on that our kids don't need to be seeing. So with that being said, I'm going to be quiet about all that stuff. I'm just totally tickled with this group of cattle. I did advise one exhibitor out here, and I'm going to point him out. And the only reason, if you're thinking, well, I'm showing favoritism, this young man here has got an awesome white heifer. You really do. Okay, I'm not saying she's going to win or not win, but when you man up and lead her with her head up, she's a totally different heifer than when you relax. And so if you saw me single him out and tell him, I just want every kid out here to have the best shot they can, keep that head up, young man. Thank you. So you're gonna have to indulge me for one more trip. I got it narrowed down to the ones I think I like the best. I am gonna circle these heifers one more time. We'll get you your 5.
Congratulations to our grand champion heifer, the Angus heifer, shown by Grace Klinkhammer. Her banner is sponsored in memory of Dr. Charles Mather, and a chair sponsored by Steve and Cassie Royer and family. That brings in Sawyer Canoe's reserve. Congratulations to our reserve grand heifer, shown by Kaylin Martin. Her award is sponsored in memory of Doc Hunt by Hunt Brothers Herefords. That brings in Sophie Royer's reserve commercial heifer. Both our grand and reserve heifers were both county born and bred. So our grand heifer is also our champion county born, and our reserve grand is our reserve county born. Congratulations to our third overall heifer, shown by Emily Seaman. That was our champion AOB. Congratulations to our fourth overall heifer, shown by Dylan Brown. All the third, fourth, and fifth overall heifer awards are sponsored by the Tippecanoe Cattlemen Association. That brings in Clayton Moore's reserve Hereford heifer. And our fifth overall heifer, shown by Brock DeFries, is Sim Solution. Both our county-born champion and reserves awards are sponsored by Bud Dowden. We are now going to introduce all of our reserve champion steers. First into the ring is the reserve champion Charlet steer, shown by Brianna Miller. She's the daughter of Scott and Amber Miller, and this is her 4th year in 4-H. She just finished the 6th grade at Southwestern Middle School, and her banner is sponsored by David and Jordan Downham. The reserve champion key steer is shown by Brock Shelby. He is the son of Brian and Marianne Shelby, and this is his 2nd year in 4-H. He just finished the 4th grade at Mentani Elementary School, and his banner is sponsored by Buck Creek Elevator. The reserve champion Hereford steer is shown by Stella Rule. She is the daughter of BJ and Katie Rule, and this is her 1st year in 4-H. She just finished the 3rd grade at Mentani Elementary, and her banner is sponsored by Osborne Family. The reserve champion main steer is shown by Preston Koch. He is the son of Jason and Jenny Koch, and this is his 6th year in 4-H. He just finished the 7th grade at Wainwright Middle School, and his banner is sponsored by Asgrow Pat Hahn. The reserve champion shorthorn steer is shown by Mallory Inskeep. She's the daughter of Dale and Tracy Inskeep, and this is her 6th year in 4-H. She just finished the 8th grade at Southwestern Middle School, and her banner is sponsored by the Osborne Family. The reserve champion Shorehorn Plus steer is shown by Corey Martin. He is the son of Josh and Sarah Martin and Tyler and Courtney Wortley. This is his 4th year in 4-H, and he just finished the 6th grade at Southwestern Middle School. And his banner is sponsored by the Fred Inskeep family. The reserve champion Simmental steer is shown by Taryn Garrett. She is the daughter of Jason and Kendra Garrett, and this is her 2nd year in 4-H. She just finished the 4th grade at Cole Elementary, and her banner is sponsored by DeKalb Pat Hahn. The reserve champion crossbred steer is shown by Ethan Knoll. He is the son of Casey and Sarah Knoll, and this is his 1st year in 4-H. He just finished the 3rd grade at Dayton Elementary, and his banner is sponsored by the Horseman Cattle Company. The reserve champion slick steer is shown by Allie Moore. She is the daughter of Eric and Susan Moore, and this is her 6th year in 4-H. She just finished the 8th grade at Wainwright Middle School. And her banner is sponsored by Troy's Farm Tires. The reserve champion market heifer is shown by Brady DeFries. He is the son of Ben and Ellen DeFries, and this is his 4th year in 4-H. He just finished the 6th grade at Southwestern Middle School, and his banner is sponsored by JK Drilling LLC. Let's give all of our reserve champion steers a round of applause as they exit the ring. It is now time to introduce our champion steers. First up in the ring is our champion belted Galloway steer, shown by Carter Kruger. He is the son of Brandy and Troy Kruger, and this is his first year in 4-H. He just finished the 3rd grade at Mentani Elementary School, and his banner is sponsored by the Tippecanoe Cattlemen's Association. The champion Charolais steer is shown by Claire DeFries. She is the daughter of Ben and Ellen DeFries, and this is her 7th year in 4-H. She just finished her freshman year at McCutcheon High School, and her banner is sponsored by Jason and Kendra Garrett and family. Next in the ring is champion Key steer, shown by Blake Smith. He is the son of Michael Smith and Amber Ramsey. This is his 10th year in 4-H, and he just finished his senior year at North Montgomery High School. His banner is sponsored by Sheets Family Dentistry. The champion Hereford steer is shown by Grace Buck. She is the daughter of Jason and Janice Buck, and this is her 9th year in 4-H. She has finished her junior year at Harrison High School, and her banner is sponsored by the George Seatsma family. The champion limousine steer is shown by Audrey Biddle. She is the daughter of Bryce and Kelly Biddle, and this is her 8th year in 4-H. She just finished her sophomore year at West Lafayette High School, and her banner is sponsored by Asgrow Pat Hahn. The champion Manon Jew steer is shown by Cash Holmes. He is the son of Nate and Paula Holmes, and this is his 8th year in 4-H. He just finished his sophomore year at McCutcheon High School, and his banner is sponsored by the Denny Kaiser family. The champion Minnie Hereford is shown by Grady Martin. He is the son of Travis and Janessa Martin, and this is his 2nd year in 4-H. He just finished the 4th grade at Mentani Elementary, and his banner is sponsored by the Tippecanoe Cattlemen's Association. The champion Shorehorn steer is shown by Annison Kaiser. She is the daughter of Matt and Lindsay Kaiser, and this is her 1st year in 4-H. She has finished the 3rd grade at James Cole Elementary, and her banner is sponsored by Otis and Geneva German Memorial. The champion Shorehorn Plus steer is shown by Casey Kruger. He is the son of Troy and Brandy Kruger, and this is his 10th year in 4-H. He just finished his senior year at the Indiana Agricultural and Technology School. His banner is sponsored by Jason Garrett. Champion Simmental steer is shown by Colton Gwynn. He is the son of Carl and Christy Martin and Billy Gwynn. This is his 6th year in 4-H, and he just finished his sophomore year at McCutcheon High School. His banner is sponsored by the Gamble Family Farms. Champion Crossbred steer is shown by Ash Modisett. He is the son of Jason and Jenny Modisett, and this is his 6th year in 4-H. He just finished the 8th grade at West Lafayette. And his banner is sponsored by Mark and Ann Nesbitt and family. The champion Slick steer is shown by Casey Kruger. He is the son of Troy and Brandy Kruger, and this is his 10th year in 4-H. He just finished his senior year at the Indiana Ag and Technology School, and his banner was sponsored by Troy's Farm Tires. The champion Market Heifer is not entering, but is shown by Blake Smith. The champion Market Heifer is shown by Blake Smith. He is the son of Michael Smith and Amber Ramsey, and this is his 10th year in 4-H. He just finished his senior year at North Montgomery High School, and his banner is sponsored by Heads Up Irrigation, LLC. Please give a round of applause for all of our champion steers. Our grand champion steer tonight will receive a banner sponsored by the Lafayette Kiwanis Club, a chair sponsored by Brad and Cheryl Royer family in memory of Niall and Patsy Royer, and a cup sponsored by Jay and Tamara House family.
So just a very few comments before we wrap up. I don't need to reiterate what I said during the heifer drive, but what I would say is I want to compliment you folks one more time, and I said it early in the day, and that's it. It's very, very unique, and trust me, this is unique here in Lafayette, Indiana. No matter who wins, there's loud cheering. And that's so refreshing, because honestly, I've been to shows before, I'm like, wow, they're going to run me out of town when I get done here because they don't like anything. And it didn't matter who won a class, who won a division, who won the show, silence. And so I just, because what you're projecting out of those bleachers is what your kids become. And so that's been very neat to see. In this steer drive, I think there's some high quality meat animals out in this ring. I'm not going to lie to you. As good as I think some of these are, I'm also admitting to you that I think we got a few more structural issues than what I think is optimum. With that being said, I was telling the girls a little earlier, I said, you know, I went to a county fair one time when I was just a young pup, and I preached on structure. I mean, I was like an evangelist. I preached on structure. And I got myself painted into a corner at the end of the day, and I was like, the one I'm going to use is simply the best head of livestock here, and I can't stand out here in front of God and everybody and pretend like the structure is exactly what I wish. So with that being said, I'm not criticizing the cattle because there is an absolute amount of power out in this ring, some really good market steers. On the ones that I'm most in favor of, I wish they moved just a little better. I wish they were a little more free in their movement. But with that being said, they are just some optimum good cattle. They're fresh to the touch. They're wide sprung. They're big top, wide loin, big hip cattle. So with that being said, I'll get you the top 5. I think this lineup was really, really nice. I wish we maybe could have given just a tick more freedom of movement when these cattle go in motion. Awesome set of cattle, better set of kids.
Congratulations to our grand champion steer, shown by Colton Gwynn. That brings in Taryn Garrett's reserve champion, Simmental. Congratulations to the reserve grand champion steer, goes to Casey Kruger. That brings in Corey Martin's reserve Shorehorn Plus. Casey's banner is sponsored by the Jeff Hahn family. Congratulations to the third overall steer shown by Cash Holmes. That brings in Preston Coates, Reserve, Main Anjou. Cash's banner is sponsored by the Tippecanoe Cattlemen's Association. Congratulations to our fourth overall steer shown by Blake Smith. His banner is sponsored by the Tippecanoe Cattlemen's Association. That brings in Brock Shelby's Reserve. Congratulations to our fifth overall steer shown by Brock Shelby. His banner is also sponsored by the Tippecanoe Cattlemen's Association. We will now be showing for our champion and reserve champion county-born steers. We would like to welcome those champion county-born steers back to the ring so we can make that selection.
So we got really nice representation for county bred steer here, starting with the belted calf that Wesley talked him so good in his breed, just stout, wide pin, good body, just a really good calf. The Hereford steer that come out of that division, as I talked to him how nice he was, he's just a little immature to run with this group right now. His better days are ahead of him. The black steer that comes out of this next division, just a really, really nice calf. He's a calf that, as I talked to him in his division, love his body length, love his length of hip, good bone. I wanted to soften him up in his really long neck. I appreciate that about him. And then the shorthorn steer that is so massive in his body. He's wide in his hip. He's wide down into his stifle. And as I view these four, he will be your champion county bred steer.
Congratulations to our champion county-born steer. Goes to Annie Kaiser. Her award is sponsored in memory of Jimmy Jones. Congratulations to our reserve champion county-born steer, shown by Carter Kruger. His award is sponsored by the Martin family.